Hello and welcome to a new series on my channel. This is a game called Endless Space, if you didn't guess that from the title. This is a 4X strategy game, 4X meaning exploration, exploitation, extermination, and economy? I could be wrong there, I think I am, I don't think it's good. If any of you know what that exactly means, please tell me in the comments. I would be most grateful, then I can inform everybody else who hasn't read the comments and who probably aren't watching this video of what this game is. Now this game is quite an old one. I do have a DLC called Endless Space Disharmony. This DLC is one that is, well, I think it mostly improves the game. The base game has a few faults, not that I'd really care. It's a great game all round anyway. And this is the game that personally got me into 4X strategy games like Endless Legend and Civ 5. This was one of my first games, actually, that I owned. Yes, I'm quite young, if you didn't know that already. I really enjoy this game, and we will be starting a new Let's Play. To be honest, I don't care if people don't like it. I'm going to do it anyway. Anyway, the United Empire are... So you have lots of different factions, if I just come out right. You have, this is your sort of open window, this is how you set up the game. You can have lots of different galaxy shapes, so you can have Spiral 4s, Spiral 2s, Spiral 8s, and the number represents the amount of arms that the spiral has. Excuse the little coughing fit there, I will be editing that out. So if there's a bit of a pause, sorry. Anyway, the number represents the number of arms on a spiral. The disc, I'm not quite sure about that. And then we've also got twin elliptical, galaxy ring, disc, disc 4, ovoid. You can have different sizes, so you can have tiny, small, medium, large, huge. The number of empires goes up to 8. Not advisable on a small map, obviously. You can have age, and I think this just relates to what type of stars you're going to get. So young, you'll have more red dwarfs, more sort of inhospitable planets like lava planets, well as old you'll have more colder planets, you know, because all the stars are starting to die and go away. Another little coughing fit there. Sorry, I'm kind of coming off the back of a cold. Anyway, in the game you have several different empires. There are in fact 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There are in fact 10 empires that you can choose from. And each of them has a sort of specific thing that they're into. So, for example, the United Empire is sort of a economistic, militaristic state as such, which means they are not, well, they're not great. They have an extra ability cost on heroes, but they're basically your bog standard. It can do some things, but aren't that specialized. The Sophons, these are your generic, slightly derpy grey aliens. They are great scientists. They have a plus 30 on science. They also are quite fast, and they have extra scanning on ships, but they do have a disadvantage to fighting. They are feeble warriors and unskilled builders, which means they have a 10% industry cost. The Hisho. Now, these ones are slightly different because their focus is military and population, which means their weapons are their ship weapons are very deadly. Like that, look, they have a plus 15 accuracy and plus 36 maximum damage and plus 36 minimum damage, which is sort of insane. But they are rather strange in that they get a minus on science, which is why I don't personally like to play these, because I'm quite a scientific person in these games, which is why I normally play Sophons, other than anything else, although I don't think I'm going to be doing that. I'm going to challenge myself a bit. I'm not going to be increasing the difficulty, otherwise I will die like that. Yeah, I won't survive. The Amoeba, these are your general diplomacy, general diplomacy, you know, they talk. They have the great advantage of knowing exactly where everybody else is at the start of the game. I mean, they can't see them from there on, but they know everybody in the game. So they're quite a useful one if you want to go down the diplomacy route, obviously. Now the automatons, these are basically, well, they were built by a civilization known as the Rainers, who perished. But the Clockwork Creations, these guys, developed after the Rainers had gone, and now they have become this. And they are semi-diplomatic, but also quite economic. But they are anarchist, so they have -2 command points, which is not helpful for big ship. But they do have extra health on ships, and they get trade bonuses. But they do have extra. But they do have an extra warrior hero cost. Sorry, on their heroes. They are fearless warriors, however, which means they have extra fighting ability. I'll tell you about that later. They have crowded planets, which means they can get more people on planets. They're optimistic, which means, you know, they're generally happy. They are anarchists, which is, you know, not good. So they're sort of you know. Now the Sheridan, the law for these ones are that they split off from the United Empire and became their own sort of, well, people really. But they're quite good, very good with dust, sort of semi. But they have minus luxury bonus and minus happiness per deal broken. Now the Cravers. These are your standard shooter mobs, technically. Well, they are basically a warlike race that cannot, and I mean cannot, go into a state of peace. They are constantly in a state of war, of Cold War, which is quite interesting. You know, they're very good at. They have big fleets, so you know they can have extra things in their fleets, extra ship. They start off with 2 different techs. One which is the ability to customize arrowed, and one is the ion torpedoes and offensive chaff. They have minus 20% ship cost, and they have plus 40 research points to the current research for each destroyed enemy on that research. The Horatio. Now, the idea is, with these ones, I really love the shape of their ships, by the way. They are molto bene. I don't actually know what that means, but apparently it's good. And they are effectively, this guy here is supposed to be Horatio. If you notice, all these other ones look a lot like him. Well, you see, that's because their story is the one true Horatio cloned himself because he was the perfect being, and they sort of became that, which means they have crowded planets. They have cloning, which gives them, you know, extra food, which means they grow faster. But they do have extra ship costs, which is not good. But they do have a set of traits which sort of allow them to have other things. Now, the Sowers. These ones are slightly different. I've never played as them, actually. I've played as the Horatio, I've played as the Cravers, I've played as the Sophon, I've played as the Amoeba, I've played as the Sheraton and the United Empire. I've never played as the Automatons, the Pisho, the Harmony, the Pilgrims, the Sowers, or the Bolters. Yes, that's a lot of names. Yes, I'm going to forget them very easily. And yes, I do say yes a lot. Just to annoy you, yes once more. The Sowers are a machine race created by virtual faction of the Endless. Oh, yes, the Endless are supposed to be the all-powerful beings that created the galaxy. But they're sort of militaristic wonders, so they try and focus on getting new things, like wonders. That's how they win the game. That's how they're supposed to. Now, the Pilgrims are a group of scientists and explorers which were unhappy with the United Empire, so they sort of left it and made their own little colony. Again, if you notice anything looking similar to United Empire, it's because they were probably once part of the Empire. I'm not sure if the Bolters were. They might be. But they're very optimistic. They have good heroes. They also have a mutual understanding, which means the max number of allies, that was the wrong button, they can have is increased. They are blockade breakers, so blockades don't work well on them. So trade routes work, and Cold War blockades on your system won't break trade routes. Knowledge gathering, they get extra stuff, but they do have wasted space, which means you can't put as much on their ships. Harmony. These guys are weird. They are basically sort of made of dust. You which is your generic credits, generic money, blah 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 blah. You spend things. You spend dust to get things. And they're rather weird, but they're kind of okay. They have solid citizens, which means they get less collateral growth. They do get extra strategic resources. They get xenobotany, crowded planets. Crowded planets is quite a common one actually. Although they do get an extra 1% on everything in their systems. Now, the main victory type of the Volters is scientific. And oh my god, I love that art style. And they're really cool because they're an ancient faction and they suffered a number of major setbacks in trying to establish a permanent home for themselves. Though characterized as restless wanderers, they are in fact a proud and adaptable race seeking a system that they can finally call home. Their centuries of travel and tinkering have made them skilled at both science and warfare through their great military strength. In defense, Volters are an old tradition of appointing female leaders, why you see this as the main phase. But they are fearless warriors. They have rebellion, which means they have an extra 100% ownership, and ownership loss gets -8%. They get isolation shield, so they get public and private partnerships right at the start, crowded planets, although only 1 this time. Legendary heroes, kitchen chemists, which means they get an extra bit of science, so I quite like that. They also get plus 10% science. But they are black thumbed, which means they get slightly less food. Now I'm going to be playing as the Volters, not only because I haven't played as them before, but also because I think they're kind of cool. I'm going to be playing with a huge map, so it will take me a lot of episodes to finish. It's going to be a Spiral 4, I'm going to go with Spiral 8, it's too many arms. But we see you have 7 other different players. I have no idea what they're going to be, because they're all going to be random. So we're going to find out, and let's jump in. And now there probably will be a small cutscene in which I will just shut up, let you watch it. I know some people skip them, but personally I think it's quite annoying if you haven't played the game and you want to watch them. If not, just skip past it. I don't really mind. It's up to you.
Space is deep, dark, and dangerous. But then, so are we. We have risen and fallen, learned to adapt and rebuild. For our history is a history of struggle and survival. We protect our own. We take what we need and salvage what we find. To be a Volter is to work hard, fight hard, and celebrate hard. Because life is hard. But it is also beautiful. And even in the deep dark of space, it never fails to give us hope.
Yeah, that's our leader. Oh, if you didn't guess, they're sort of rogue bandit kind of things. Oh, disable tutorial. Sorry, I haven't played this on this particular piece. Oh god. Okay, give me a second. Hello, and welcome back. Sorry, I just had to edit certain things there. Sorry. I've got a very large screen, which makes it quite hard to run certain things on my PC. Right, this is our home system, Quadus. Let's not call it that. Let's call it the Ark. So this is the Ark. The Ark 1, the Ark 2, the Ark 3. It's a bit close up. But we will start with getting a bit of extra science. Then I will want I believe, Vogue, Valkyr, clan ship. Right, this is our fighty ship, this is our scouty ship, so I'll take a scouty ship. What I don't like is how it plays. Nah, let's just okay. Just get rid of these, I know what to say. Right, now you will see there I have several different notifications up here. First of all, is our research screen. Yep, look at all this. Can you see why I like to go sciencey? There is a ginormous research screen. So you have combat up here, focusing on, well, combat. So you got lasers, shields, ion torpedoes, defensive chaff. It goes all the way up. You know, you get really good sort of wide. Let's actually there we go. Reactive bombers, impervious fighters. Just look at the amount of turns it would take me to research that. And that's not to mention all the turns it would take me to research all that down here. Anyway, first of all, I'm going to go with that. Then I'm going to go down the science route, because it's really important to do that. Also going to go with these two. This bit, expansion, so where you discover all your new things. I believe that is, yeah, wormholes. That's quite an important one. I'm going to go with these two. That one's quite important. Now, I quite like going sort of spread out, but I'm just going to grab Kinetic. Okay, so I've got the next 14 bits of research set. Should probably go down this route as well, just because it helps me grow. What's this one? Open portals. Yeah, that's quite helpful. Okay, so I've got the next 19 bits of data plumbed in. Okay, let's end the turn. Oh, damn. Forgot to send out one of my fleets. I'm going to go about 10 turns into this for any of you that are wondering. Next episode, I think I'm going to turn down the graphics, just because... no, that's the clan ship. Here we go. So, Alpha. There we go. I'm going to turn down the graphics just because it's chugging a bit. Just because, I mean... For starters, just look at this. I mean, look at that. I love the way Endless Space does things. It is so gorgeous. I mean, honestly. This is a gorgeous game. Oh, if I didn't mention it earlier, which I don't think I did, Endless Space 2 is coming out soon, which I will hopefully be picking up and playing for... Damn it. Playing for any of you. Let's move you to Libra. And neighbour systems of we have been discovered. I would love for planet and name suggestions in the comments below. Whoa, look at this. Wow, platform of wise. Wow, that's actually pretty freaking cool. Now I'll send you back home. Ending turn. So, yes, you do find lots of different types of planets. Now, we started in a relatively small system with only 3 planets, which, not really the best. Now, I'm feeling getting a bit of industry exploitation up in here. But first of all, keep that up. Right. And you do have to research being able to colonize on certain planets. Now, this is really good, by the way. Because we have these 2 planets, which is a complete dead end, so we can safely settle in these without having to worry about defending them, because they'll have to get through our home system first, and that only has 1 jump point. And you have no idea how good this is. Because it only has 1 jump point, it means that we don't have to, it means that I don't have to worry about first research already completed. It means that I don't have to worry about sorting things out with defense over more than 1 site. At least for the first parts. You know, it gets more difficult later. Just due to, like, the sheer amount of what you have to do. Anyway. Oh, wow. How are we on turn 5? Jeez. Oh, I don't even notice. I'm a really unobservant person. What's that? No. Something that, I don't know. Psychicked it? Maybe? Possibly? Anybody? No? No, okay. Just me then. No, well, I know I'm weird. I don't need to be told. Yes, this is our dust up here. And we gain 24 per turn, which is, you know, quite good. And if I go into the Empire screen, we can see how much food, FIDSy. So, food, industry, science, dust. FIDSy. FIDS. We're producing some food, we're doing best on science, which is quite useful. Now, you can decrease or increase the tax rate, of course. Lowering the tax rate, just like, no. Yeah, I mean, if I raised that up to here, I gain 35 per turn. But, wouldn't end well for me, would it? Alright, let's just stick it back. Yeah, 40. do. This is our ship designer. We only have 3 types of ships currently. The Phobe, which is I really do like the look of the Sheridan ships. The Valkar, which uses the same hull as the Phobe, and the Clan ship, which has some really cool pods on the side. I'm not quite sure what they're for, but never mind. Anyway, carrying on. Hezet. Oh wow. This is going to be amazing if this is just one line. Although if it'll probably connect to a wormhole somewhere, and that would just be like, really good for us. No! Oh man, I am the worst. Jesus, I need to remember to select the actual correct. Oh, maybe it's a protostar, not a wormhole. If it's a wormhole, we're very blocked in. And what are we researching now? We're researching this, which gives us extra science, so we can research more. Yeah, it's quite weird, the research in this game, just due to the fact that you have so many different paths and you can't research them all at the same time. And you've got 4, and usually there are 2 paths in each one, which makes it really difficult to decide what you're going to do. Now, as we don't actually have any need for you, I think I'm going to get rid of you, get in some sustainable farms, and some heavy isotope refineries. Alright, I'm going to put sustainable farms at the top, which takes 7 turns, and it'll take a total of 17 turns to finish all of this, which will give me some. Oh, now one thing I forgot to mention is the hero function. I don't have any active heroes. Now, all heroes have different abilities as such, and they cost a certain amount of upkeep. Currently, I don't have anyone for any of these heroes, so I'm just going to ignore them because they won't be any use. Sorry if I sniff a bit, as I say, cold. But you know, it's life. It happens, sadly. Anyway, I think I might go up to turn 20. Sorry if this is a bit of a long episode, but it's quite nice to start off a series with a long episode. Also, I would appreciate your feedback on what you think of longer. So we have found the Horatio. Now, this is not necessarily good because they are, well, 1, 2, 3. Taking 3 jumps to get into our home system. And that ain't good. That ain't good at all. Now, I'm going to try and get the Hezet with my population transporter. Right, now I'm going to want to colonize this. Now, it's quite early for a colony, but it's actually got some decent stuff, and it'll give me some influence over this area, which is really useful. Just because when I've got a slight bit of influence, it means that they lose influence here. Also, it prevents them from settling a colony here, being amazingly aggressive, and just like having a colony 1 jump away from my home system, which would not be good. I can tell you that right now. Oh, and you see dust. It does actually have a function other than, oh, you've got dust. No. Dust is actually really useful in that you can use it to buy out things. Now, do I have enough? Okay, right. I'm going to put you behind all of that. Anyway, I have just bought, with the dust that I've accrued, a Valkyr. Is that the right term? I think so. I think that's how you pronounce it. Anyway, Valkyrs are your basic, bog standard, you attack planets with this thing. It's sort of your very starter ship, you don't have anything better, so you gotta sort of roll with it, sadly. And that's our production done. I'm going to create, and I will call this I'll call it Outpost. Sorry about my terrible typing. Outpost 1, because it is an outpost from the Ark. You get it? You get it? Okay, what's this about then? I haven't played these. fleet movement between systems with all portable movement points being consumed. Portable construction eliminates expansion. The faction can instantly teleport a fleet from one system to another system that is under the influence of both systems that built this portal. Oh! Well, that's very interesting, isn't it? I'm going to build a science refiner on this. Though first I want a heavy isotope refineries, just because it is... Well, by getting heavy isotope refineries, it helps me to... you know, build more stuff. So the higher your production is, then the more stuff you can build, so the better you are. And the sooner you get the higher production, the sooner you can build more things. I think you get the picture. Anyway, I am slowly increasing what is happening here. So it's just going to take me 2 more turns on that farm, which will increase my ability to build stuff. I will also send this Valkyrie. Sorry, I'm weird. Okay. It's charming, I guess. Not really, but still charming. Well, I know you couldn't see, but I was making a really weird face there and just putting my thumbs up, like, hey, believe me, I'm sure I'm not insane. I promise, I'm not insane. Well, mostly not insane. Oh, this is your diplomacy screen. When you can see all these different, like, little pods. Well, this is me, and these are the people that I haven't met, although I have technically met them. Anyway, I want to send Alphas you down onto that planet so I can meet the Horatio. Although I will technically be trespassing, and that would not be good. One unknown fleet. That is not good. I do not like to be unknown. I like to be known and very well adapted to my situation. Anyway, we have about 4 more turns, and then I think I'll wrap up this episode. Just due to time constraints. I don't want to make the video too long, and again I don't want to make it too short, so you know, it is all good. It is all good. Alright, you see that little power icon, that little fist icon? Well, I believe that's its attacking power. It's its fleet power, so the stronger that, the better it's going to be at attacking. Also, I want to be quite a violent nation in this. Aha! We have met another species. We are not alone. Alright, now, if I go into the diplomacy, this is the Horatio. I really like this feature. It's sort of hologrammatic, and you can see we're at Cold War. That's what that symbol is. Because currently none of us. I really hate this system. It's like, oh yeah, you moved into our system to meet us. Death to you! Oh, I should have shown you the combat. I'll show you it then. You retreated in the wrong direction, you numpty. Okay, well that particular fleet. Ooh, I didn't see this till now. Oh, that is good. That is very good. Well, these are luxury resources. Well, no, they're not luxury. Sorry, they're strategic resources, and they provide like different bonuses to the Empire. And I've just learnt that Hyperion is on that planet, and that's the planet we colonize. Do you get it? It's really good fortune. Fortunata? I'm not sure. Anyway, we'll see what happens at the end of this turn. I'll play it, and then on the end turn phase of this episode, of this bit, I will leave it too. And I can colonize another planet. Planet. There we go. Got it eventually. Yeah, each planet has their own sort of specialization. So large gases gas planets will technically be good for dust, whereas cold planets will be good for science, Terran planet, well, that's just good for science anyway, but that's not the point. Lava planets are great for industry. Barren planets are quite good for science, and you also have these different statuses. So this one is irradiated, so it wouldn't be good to settle on. This has the platforms of YS, which gives it extra defense per person, and also extra population. And this one has Kessler syndrome, which reduces science, dust, and industry per person on the planet. So it's not a great one to colonize. But, well, what's the point of having these? Are they just there permanently? No, they're not. In the tech tree, if you go into colonization and expansion, it has the ability to cure certain things. I think it might be these ones? Yes. This is transformations, that's not what I wanted. By using... No, that's not it. That's not it. That's not it. That's not it. I'll find it eventually, don't worry. This track individuals. No, that's not it either. No. I promise I did. They do exist. Honest. Oh god, oh no! Oh bollocks! I've just done... Well... F. Okay, well it gives me a chance to reprioritize. I want these two. Alright, I'm gonna want to go for that probably, because it'll only take me 9 turns. Go for you, you, you. Then you, because you're important for sieging. Siege artillery. Yeah, that's siege kinetics. Siege kinetics are really good, actually. Okay, and I'm gonna go 2 more up there. One there, one there. One there. That one's really good, because it improves your, not popularity, happiness, that's the word I was looking for. And go there, there, there. There we go. Okay, so I've set it all up again. Now that I... Will you bog off? Auto. See, this is the problem. They can automatically attack me because we are technically at war, which is not helpful. Anyway, last turn, I will be saying goodbye. I want you to stay happy, stay on the ark, and stay safe from that roaring water beneath us.